Hi everyone, my name is Charina Joubert and I'm so excited to be giving my testimony today to each and every one of yourselves as part of the Turning Point series at Durbanville Baptist Church. And I'm so grateful that Pastor Brett allowed me to share this story with you. It has been a bumpy ride for myself. I've had numerous trials and tribulations to deal with as an individual, and I was actually chatting to Pastor Brett and I wasn't sure which to share and which not to, because there are just so many. But I think the vital important part is also, most importantly, the turning point for me as an individual. So I'm going to start all the way back to the time when I was 15 years old. I was very much involved in Grace Baptist Church. I had recently been saved in the church. I always tell the story as a young girl, 12 years old, on my knees in an empty church. I asked the Lord to come into my heart and to change my life. It was an incredible journey, but also, as I've said, lots of bumps and turns. When I was 15 years old, as I said, I really wanted to become a missionary. I was very passionate about going out into the missionary field. I love to read about the martyrs that died for the Lord Jesus and the way that they believed. And they had such incredible faith. That was so incredibly encouraging for me as a young individual, and that was my dream, to become a missionary and going into the fields. Obviously, as we get older, things happen. So when I was 19 years old, I went to a campsite with an abusive boyfriend and unfortunately experienced a very difficult time there. I then ended up, when I came home, because of the situation I had been through at the camp, I actually ended up going to a mental hospital or institution where I was in and out of for a few years till I was about 22. And I had numerous attempts of suicide during that time, which thankfully the Lord allowed to fail several times over. I do feel very sorry for my mom. Shame. She's a very strong lady, single mom, and she really was there for me during all that time. So I'm very grateful for her. My husband then came into my life, which was absolutely incredible during that difficult time, and he was like God sent a guardian angel to help me through those very difficult times. Thankfully, I did come out of that very unfortunate time, and what then occurred was I had the fond ability to meet my soulmate and to get married, and soon after then start a family when I was 24 years old. Sadly, my husband and I did lose everything. We lost our house, our car, everything that we owned and we had due to me losing my job, which was a difficult time to get through. And we then moved to Cape Town because my dad offered us a place to stay, and we had a vehicle and a job here, so that was a blessing. Although things didn't go too well after a while, where a very close family member of mine experienced sexual violence and abuse, which then caused us to feel very unsafe, as our lives were being threatened by the individual, and so we had to move into another home. And so that is where we are now. We have been through quite a lot as a family, more than what I've mentioned, but I think at the end of the day, God was there with us. And because I was able to, as a young girl coming out of a divorced family, my mom was a single parent bringing us up, strong woman. I do have strong, love towards strong women and inspired women out there in our country who are making a difference. And also for those men who are like guardian angels that God has sent to protect those women and protect those incredible children that are being violated and abused in our society. So I do have appreciation for that. I do run my own business now, and about 2 months ago, God called me, which is my turning point, to full-time ministry. I have registered at SATS, and it's very exciting due to financial issues, obviously because of COVID-19 and all of that. I'm sure you're all aware of the issues that are happening. I was able to receive a bursary at SATS, and now I am studying to be a counselor and to hopefully in the future work at prisons in South Africa and the Western Cape and maybe the world as a missionary, to really emphasize the message of the man next to Jesus on that very cross. So it is a beautiful message to a young 15-year-old girl who wanted to be a missionary, to a 33-year-old woman who is now studying full-time ministry. Thank you everyone for listening to my message. I hope today's message and Sunday and this whole series really touches your heart, and may God work through you. Thank you.